Story title: Pizza Fate. Author name: Mom the Meatloaf. My boyfriend and I had ordered a couple pizzas because we were starving, but they were bigger than we thought, and we got super full off of one. So we decided, why not drive around and see if there's anyone we can give the second one to, since there's a couple of places we knew where quite a few homeless people hold up signs for food. So we drive around and drive through a couple spots, and we see no one. So then we drive through a couple of other spots and still can't find anyone, and decide to go home after stopping at the grocery store. We pull up to the grocery store, kind of feeling upset that we couldn't help someone out. And I kid you not, as we're sitting in the car about to get out, a man comes up to our car window and knocks. We roll down the window, and he tells us he's been trying to find food for his family, as he just lost his job and they've gone days without food, and he asks us if there's any way we could help him out. In the 10 plus years I've lived down here and I've been going to this grocery store, I've never so much as had anyone even approach me for food or cash. So it was just pretty crazy that this guy came out of nowhere asking for help. No such thing as coincidences though, I suppose. Personal thoughts. This was a touching glitch, and I don't even know if I would qualify it exactly as a glitch. I would say perhaps only in our perception of how the universe actually works. But it does appear that we're all connected in some way. It's like the atoms that are connected in a way we don't understand via quantum entanglement. Genuinely, there's a connection that stretches in a way that we can't understand. Although in that sense, no information can be transmitted, but still, it just amazes me to see stories like this. Someone needed help, and he found it. And you know, I suppose I could reveal it now, but when I was 19, I was homeless for about 2 months in Florida. It's a long story, and I won't bore you with all the details of that. I do know that people want to help. If they see someone in need, they will help, and I did receive quite a bit of it during those roaming days. Anyways, let me know in the comments if you've ever experienced anything similar to this. If you were in need of help, and looking hard and couldn't find it, but then suddenly you found someone that was willing to help. Or if you were on the giving end of this. Sometimes we're just in the right place at the right time. Maybe it is coincidence. Or maybe there are forces we don't yet understand, working to arrange events in just the right way. Second story. Story title: Same stuff, different day. Author name: Darken Ford, with 2 A's. On March the 23rd, 2020, I delivered to a customer. I'm a truck driver. I'm required to be on the docks of my customer to confirm my deliveries. About halfway through the delivery, the receiver turns up to the forklift driver and says to him, "Hey, forgot to tell you, but I cooked for my daughter last night. She was just in town, so I had the pleasure to cook for her." The forklift driver replied, "Oh, yeah? That's great. What did you cook for her?" "I cooked stuffed bell peppers. My daughter loves stuffed bell peppers." Meanwhile, at the opposite end of the dock, an argument is getting heated by a couple of younger employees. It's getting bad enough that it distracts all 3 of us, and away from their conversation and work. So I ask, "Where's the supervisor?" In which the receiver replies, "He's not going to do anything. I don't know how he got the job." To this, the fork driver says, "I'm just glad that I'm nearing retirement. This time next year, I'll be at home and not fooling with any of this." The next time I deliver to this customer is August 10th, 2020, almost 5 months later. About halfway through the load, the receiver says, "Hey." At this point, I get a very euphoric déjà vu feeling. "I forgot to tell you, but I cooked for my daughter last night." I knew she was going to say that. I know what the forklift driver's response was going to be. It played out exactly the way it played out on March 23rd. Exactly. Even the argument at the opposite end of the dock. It was the strangest thing that's ever happened to me. I've had déjà vu. That seems like you've been there before, but you don't know how it'll turn out. It feels familiar after it's taken place. But this specific moment, this was not déjà vu. This was a replay. Responses from the supervisor, even the mention of retirement. I almost wanted to change the question about the supervisor, but I decided not to. I decided to let it play out, but I knew about the stuffed bell peppers as soon as the receiver said, "Hey." Personal thoughts. Well, that's very wild, to experience the same situation almost 5 months apart. I have described in the past that I've had some odd things happen to me in my life too, but there are quite a few types of glitches that I've yet to experience, and this one would definitely qualify. I've had déjà vu, as the author described, the sensation that you've already done something, but this is like knowing ahead of time what's going to happen. Now, of course, it's possible that they were playing a practical joke on you. Although, if they never admitted as such, it's less likely. What'd be the point then? Just to mess with the mind of someone you don't really even know? I don't think that would make too much sense. It would require too much coordination between multiple people for a little payoff. Have you ever felt like a repeat event happened, well beyond déjà vu? Let me know in the comments. And as always, if you liked the video, like it up.